Okay, I've been promising for a while to catch up on my book reviews. It's kind of hard coordinating these things because, I decide I want to do a video, right? And then it's like, you know, Karen will be asleep or she won't be in the proper mood to do it or something like that. But she, okay, we'll do it. And then I gotta wait like a few hours, and then it's like I don't feel like doing it anymore. And I don't know, but anyway, I'm gonna do it now. So here we are. So I read this book. I always wanted to read this book, like I said last time, the biography of Benvenuto, Cellini. Very fast paced. Uh, you know, because it spends a lot of time, like, making himself look really good. According to this book, very, he's a brave man, excellent swordsman, carries a blunderbuss with him everywhere he goes. He's always shooting people who are trying to rob him. The all of the people are jealous of him. They say bad things about him to the king. The king gets mad at him, and he has to worm his way back into the king's graces by promising him a magnificent statue. Then he's back in the king's graces. The king's like, "Oh, you're the greatest guy in the world." He's like, "Yeah, I know. That's what I told you, man." And then before he knows it, they start talking bad about him again, and the king hates him again. And then he said, "Well, fuck this shit." And he'll like go to fucking move to France and work for the king there. And after all, he goes, "Oh, this place is fucking crazy." Go back to Italy and work for the Pope. And anyway, real exciting life. I mean, those must have been really exciting times to live in, assuming you did have some kind of talent and were living near a major metropolitan center. It probably wouldn't have been very exciting to live out in the country or anything like that. But anyway, Cellini, he was riding high. And very interesting. It's like sometimes I wish I was born back in those days, and assuming I met the above mentioned criteria, I could have been apprenticed out to a real artist and be around all that real beautiful art and do a beautiful art instead of the ugly Jew crap I do now. Here, Karen's holding the camera, but I got some examples of some of my work here. You might want to look at. Karen, yeah. Well, yeah, these are some of. This is me trying to do sculpture. I did some more of these, but they all got lost and stolen through the years. But I do still have these. I did this one here. I did these ones here, I guess, about maybe 6 years ago, something like that, as a sculpture. I did this one too. Yeah. So these are my attempts at making sculptures. I didn't choose to do anything very challenging. I just decided to do busts. I used like the Sculpey, that popular polymer clay that you bake it, you dry it by baking it in the oven, and then I put I think black India ink all over them, and then worked on did several layers of work in Sharpie markers and metallic colors and stuff like that. And just that part took a long time just to kind of build up kind of a, I don't want to say a patina, but it gives an interesting surface, don't you think? But no, so I had to be born in the 21st century, unfortunately. We're running out of juice on the camera? Because
I was wondering if you wanted to tell them what's inside those sculptures.
Well, yeah, see, it's although it's not the most expensive sculpture medium you could buy, it does cost money if you buy a lot of it. So a lot of people, they put things inside. This is, I guess, works for all different mediums too. But you put something inside of it and you build up around it. Like this one here has I think a Tapatio hot sauce bottle inside of it, and this one here actually has one of the old light bulbs, not those stupid pigtail curly Q ones they got now, but the old-fashioned ones. I had another one that I just used a ball of tinfoil. Of course, that one is one of the ones that actually I did get lost or stolen. I gave it to an old girlfriend who then left her fucking husband and left it behind, so I'll probably never see that again. But so unfortunately I'm born in the 21st century, right before the collapse of Western civilization, so this is the fucking best I can do. Anyway, so I was reading the Cellini book, and then I started reading a book on the Hellfire Club by Daniel Mannix. I used to read a lot of his books about 30 years ago. He has he's kind of a tabloid style of writing, real sensational and stuff like that. And he writes real exciting stuff. And people criticize it, but I think it's all historically accurate. I mean, a lot of times he'll take known historical facts and like construct a story. Like he did this in that one in Those About to Die about the Roman games. He would get the name of someone who actually trained animals and written records of what some of the displays were and some other miscellaneous facts about it, and put together a believable story. But this is more like this is actual historical accounts, but it's like kind of bam, 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 one thing after another. It's really dense and stuff, and kind of starts off running and just kind of maintains the pace throughout the whole book. Hellfire Club basically illustrates how little the upper classes think of the lower classes. Apparently, they had these clubs for gentlemen in the 18th century, where they would just walking around. You know how they had a knockout game where Negroes like knock out random white people. So they used to do the same thing, but to like regular people. These rich nobles would like jump on them and start beating the crap out of them. And if you want to complain about the judges, like, why are you sporting this nice gentleman's nice bit of fun, mate? You know, and become a big problem. But anyways, very interesting book. It's full of various facts. Boy, these clubs, man, whoo-wee, boy. I mean, Karen thought it was an S&M club, but it's not. It's just like a club where they would just drink themselves silly and like just bang a whole bunch of fucking prostitutes and have black mass and write dirty parodies of like hymns and things from the Bible and stuff like that. And of course, it's had a lot of repercussions for the various members, which is also an element in this book. And also, I'm still reading this one. Then next I want to read this other book that I got called Germany Calling, about William Joyce, who you might know better as Lord Haw Haw. Actually, there were a few Lord Haw Haws, but he was like the last one. And they actually managed to hang him on some like stupid technicality having to do with his passport or some bullshit. They couldn't. Apparently, there's no law about like saying bad things about Britain, but they got him. Because it was a real revenge campaign. I mean, I heard of one artist who like did like anti-Semitic drawings got sentenced to like 5 years of hard labor. I was like, 5 years of hard labor for drawing pictures? What the fuck? I mean, those Jews are ruthless. What can I say? But from the reviews I read about this book, it's not. It could be better. Because it's really such a fascinating topic, but you know, since this is like the only book that I'm aware of that deals exclusively with this topic, I had to get this one to read. It's a pretty big one. It's yeah, well, it's not as big as it's only about 300 pages, but it's a pretty big book. So yeah, I have a bunch of other book reviews to do and stuff too, but I think Karen's getting tired of holding the camera, so I'll see you guys later, okay? Read a book. See you next video.